Imagine yourself, a regular teenager, suddenly becoming the focus of millions of eyes around the world, with people everywhere watching your every step, every decision you make each day. That was the life of Malcolm-Jamal Warner, who played Theo Huxtable on The Cosby Show, one of the biggest cultural phenomena of the 1980s. But beyond the spotlight, behind the sets, cameras, and glamour, was a teenager grappling with confusion, anxiety, and all the questions that come with growing up. That real-life story behind the lens became the foundation for an honest, profound, and inspiring memoir. Theo and Me, Growing Up Okay, written as a conversation between Warner and his co-writer Daniel Paisner. The book isn't a polished, embellished autobiography. Instead, it reads like a heartfelt letter to himself, to readers, and to the teenagers who once were like him. Using letters from fans seeking advice, Malcolm paints a multidimensional portrait of a childhood lived in the spotlight, where fame, friendship, academic pressure, and the journey of self-discovery coexist. The book opens with warm memories of the Warner family. Gatherings around a dinner table, a mother teaching her son to live kindly, and a father nurturing his confidence. Readers clearly feel the love Malcolm-Jamal received from his parents, who, despite his fame, always saw him as a regular kid, allowed to make mistakes and always worthy of love. This emotional undertone flows throughout the narrative, reminding readers that behind every child star is a family, a home that welcomes them no matter how bright the studio lights shine. Beyond Theo Huxtable's laughter, Malcolm reflects on his deep desire to remain a child while bearing the weight of having to be perfect. He shares a feeling of being boxed in, expected to maintain a clean image, excel at school, behave impeccably, and serve as a wholesome role model. That burden crushed many of the innocent moments a child should have. Long school days, late-night filming, squeezing in homework during commercial breaks. He describes these vividly, allowing us to see how each golden moment on screen was hard-earned through sheer effort. A teenage tone gradually emerges as Warner opens up about first crushes, those heart-racing moments he could only confide in through letters from fans. Sometimes clumsy, sometimes heartbroken, but always genuine. He doesn't shy away from talking about the nervousness before a first kiss, the comparison as friends grew and changed in different ways, and the fear of being left behind. These honest confessions make the book a relatable companion for young readers, like a friend who's been through it and truly understands. Warner was both an outstanding student and an actor, a symbol of work-study balance in the teen years. In the book, he candidly shares how he sometimes couldn't meet deadlines, juggling assignments from both school and the set. He feared failure, worried he'd destroy the image others looked up to. But he also affirms, we're not superheroes, and stumbling is part growing up. This message resonates with students, parents, and teachers alike, inviting empathy, curiosity, and encouragement. Throughout his growing up on camera journey, Warner faced constant pressure to play the part, on TV, in magazine photos, and in public. He couldn't afford to make mistakes. Yet what he learned and shared in the book was how to preserve his identity while being molded into an image. Through moments of self-reflection, guidance from family, and listening to sincere fans, he found lessons in self-respect, holding on to true dreams, and not losing himself to the spotlight. This is also the most moving part. When Malcolm becomes more than just Theo, he is a real person, with real desires to live authentically and explore his own identity. Reading Theo and Me, Growing Up Okay isn't just a nostalgic return to a vibrant decade. It's also a journey beside a young man called Malcolm-Jamal Warner, whose coming-of-age story unfolded on set. He wasn't just famous. He was thoughtful and sincere. He wasn't born to be a symbol, but to tell the true story of youth, a person who was both well-known and vulnerable, yet always determined and genuine. As of July 20th, 2025, the news of Malcolm-Jamal Warner's passing broke countless hearts, especially those who had once watched The Cosby Show, who had looked forward to his smile lighting up their evenings. July 20th, 2025 closed a chapter, but his legacy, his effort, his raw, unfiltered teen story lives on in these pages. More than 30 years since the book's release, to many readers, it remains timeless. Beyond its precious personal story, Theo and Me teaches us that being true to ourselves and loving ourselves deeply are everlasting lessons. And today, as Malcolm's voice and presence are silenced forever, his words whisper gently through the pages. everyone be real, grow up, and be okay, just like I tried to. Theo and Me. Growing Up Okay is not merely the memoir of a once-beloved child prodigy. It is a story of youth, hopeful yet real, a story confronting unexpected pressures, and a story of the will to find oneself amid dazzling fame. In the moment Malcolm-Jamal Warner left this world on July 20th, 2025, the lessons in his book on love, on growing up, on identity, became more valuable than ever. Let every page of this memoir inspire those who are growing, who are searching for themselves in a world full of expectations. And whenever you turn a page, remember the young man who brought Theo Huxtable into millions of homes, but more importantly, chose to live truthfully and chose Growing Up Okay.